Fear can be debilitating, yet essential. Fear can destroy lives and drive others to success. Much like the story of Legion from the Bible, fear goes by many names and has many faces. It's a primary driver of anxiety, depression, and other pathologies. And if you let fear dominate you, it definitely will. There are some of us, though, that thrive on it. We see the presence of fear as a catalyst for change, for growth, and for strength to push forward. If you hunt long enough or hard enough, you will encounter fear head on. The questions will inevitably surface. Did I train long enough? Hard enough? Is my gear really ready for this? Is my body ready for this? Hurdles like fear of heights when saddle hunting, fear of the dark when walking to the tree stand, or fear of bears visiting a tent at night during that backcountry excursion.
Going down into these ravines we'd hunt and just being terrified of it getting dark. And anyone's ever sat in the woods and watched it get dark at night? Like, everything gets its chance to be a bear. All night there's like a stump. It's clearly a stump. That's just a stump. But like at 6:15, that thing is a bear. I'm so happy for that now. Those feelings of being scared, that it's just come to be that I feel that hunting thrusts us into all these situations that we don't get in our normal life anymore.
So here I am just hours before my first hunt of the season, opening day, checking and tuning and double checking every piece of gear. Notably, something I should have done a long time before, but hey, what can I say? I procrastinate, probably like a lot of you do.
Climb the top of the mountain and check these cameras before we get in this too far. Make sure they're still coming through and see if there's any surprises while we're at it. See you in a sec.
Now let's talk a little bit about Central Texas hunting. My dad owns a 100 plus acre chunk of land in the Texas Hill Country, which is a place that lies smack in the middle physically and topographically between the desert mountains of West Texas and the rolling hills and deep forests of East Texas. It's got this little remote with it. And so what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to, I'm still about 50 yards, probably about 40 yards from the camera. I'm going to hit this on button here. See if it'll connect to that. Turn the Wi-Fi and the camera on. Now I'm going to bring out my phone. Okay, I'm going to try to connect to the Wi-Fi. The main landscape is a mix of hilly plateaus and flat plains, dotted with mesquite trees and sharp pokey brush.
Nope. Okay. Well, looks like we're going to have to go get it. So.
The deer here are much smaller and greater in number than most places in the nation, yet offer a bit of challenge due to how easily spooked they are and how fast their reflexes are. I have watched as a doe yanked herself to the ground to completely duck an arrow of mine at 30 yards. Here with my bow, these shots are 25 yards and in.
There it is. Got it. All right. Nice view from it right now. That's pretty cool. All right, so now let's see here. Collected cards from all three cameras. Now we're headed on back down the mountain. This is much steeper in person, but this is part of going down. Now I need to get all my shit off the floor here. My phone, my computer, all fell on the ground. Alright. I need to drive. I'll put you guys down. So this little hole right here is where I'm going to be hunting this year. So I'm going to go trim some of this stuff, and over here, and I'm going to lay it around here. I'm gonna basically make a little brush blind that I can set up in right there. So yeah, we're going to see how that goes this year.
This hunt marked several firsts for me. This would be the first time that I climbed up a mountain in the middle of the night to reach my blind. This would be the first time that I've ever filmed a hunt. And so there's a lot of firsts for me that made this trip a little bit more unnerving than usual. As my headlamp danced around the bare branches and all the spiky brush going up the side of the hill, visions of all the worst things popped in my head. But I had to keep telling myself that none of it was real. The only thing that was real was my goal of making my way to the top and making my way inside my blind. Once I made it inside, I picked all the cactus blinds out of my leg and felt accomplished that I'd made it this far. Even though the hunting blind was only made out of some thin sheets of nylon supported by an aluminum frame, the safety that it provided was enough for me to feel comfortable where I was at. Sunrise was coming around 7:30 in the morning, and so as I turned off my headlamp, checked the clock one more time, I laid down and took a quick nap before getting ready for the morning. I waited for hours and hours. I never saw a single thing moving. A place that's normally populated by deer and hogs and foxes and all of the like seemed to be completely vacant of life at the moment. I sat and waited and passed the time, anxiously yet patiently waiting for something to walk through my path. Alright guys, we've got our bait pile set up. It's about 5 yards away. I literally just basically just got half a bag of protein feed and some milk and some Big Red. I dumped it on there, hoping to see some action here in just a little bit. But for now, we gotta lay still for a while and hopefully we see something. So there we go. Of all the energy that I put into this hunt at this point, between the checking cameras and tuning my bow and just the sheer waiting, dealing with all this fear of will it happen? Is it going to happen? This first morning sit, I had nothing. There was absolutely no animals running across there. Normally this place is filled with tons of animals, but at this point I think the wind was carrying my scent in a direction that made it to where they knew exactly where I was going. So I decided to go ahead and pack up my things and head down the hill and grab something for the evening to eat. Unfortunately, there's no deer to shoot right now. Apparently, they're all hiding because the moon was out all night long. So. I went back out that evening and had similar success. There was about 2 or 3 doe that I finally saw later in the evening just before the shooting light ended, but they were well over 75 yards away, way too far away for a bow shot, so I had to let them slide. Sunday had similar results.
This is my second set for the day.
I ended up using my brush blind and sitting all day long to the tune of just a few deer coming out, but nothing that I could shoot. Again, with the Texas Hill Country here, we have a lot of very small deer, and so finding one that's the one that you want to shoot is a lot harder than you would think.
We're here. We got about 2 hours before they start rolling through, so should have plenty of time. Got a little pile of corn I set up here earlier, which looks like something's already been eaten on it. But hopefully when the dinner bell goes off, which is the feeder, whenever that goes off, hopefully they'll come in. And I'm going to get them to stop right here on that pile of corn there, hopefully. And I can get my shot. Fingers crossed. Hopefully that's the way it goes.
I remained hopeful. I know that my last weekend here had ended up going pretty bad, and I'd ended up seeing absolutely nothing that I could shoot. But I remained hopeful, I remained vigilant, and then 2 great-looking shooter bucks walked through. They weren't huge monsters or anything, but they were really good size for this part of Texas. I had to draw my bow from behind the wall of my blind, as for them not to see me, because they were only about 5 yards away. So I drew back, aimed, and I sent it.
Oh, fuck, it smoked. I think it just smoked him, man. I think it just drilled him right in the heart. My heart is pounding so fucking hard, man. God, he had to have been 5 yards away. He's a nice 8-pointer. He's quartering away from me just a hair. And I snuck it right behind that shoulder. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure he's down just right there, man. I don't want to push him now. I'm hoping I got that shot on camera. Oh my God. My main fucking camera stopped working. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh, I hope I drilled him. I hope I got him good. Oh God. Lord, I pray that shot rang true. I pray that he's not gonna have any pain. I pray that he's down and out for the count. I thank you for that orifice, Lord. I thank you for the blessings you give me every day. And this is a great one, Lord. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, predators.
I waited about 5 minutes before leaving my blind in search of the buck. I knew that I had hit him good. I saw my arrow bury itself right behind his ribs, but whenever I found my zinger fletching laying in what looked to be fecal material, my anxiety came back. Had I hit him where I thought I had? Had it been too far back? I reviewed the footage and it looked like it had hit him in a good spot. The feature of the zinger fletchings that allows it to pop off after you hit an animal is not as good as I thought it would be, because now it took me a week to find that arrow. If the fletching had stayed on there, I feel like I would have found it quite a bit quicker. The great news is, though, is that the combination of these Victory VAP SS arrows with the Texas Archery inserts and the Shuttle T-Luck broadheads made this a very short search.
Oh shit. Alright guys, There he is. Kind of a hill country, what I call a hill country coos deer. So he was quartering away from me, so what I did is I put it like right behind his ribs, and it came straight out of his front shoulder on the opposite side, and so he went 5 yards, and he's just down. So I'm really grateful. Nice guy, but the shot going in did hit him in the gut, so I'm going to need to go ahead and work quickly to process this so I can save the meat. So we'll see you here in just a little bit.
So I made the shot, and it was a nice clean kill, but the real work just started. And to gut this deer here and make sure I got all of the gut contents out of the way to make sure I preserve as much of the meat as possible. It had been 2 years since I had done this process, and so I was definitely a little bit rusty. For those that are curious too, here's that shuttle T-lock exit wound.
Alright, Predators, so we got it done today. We're headed on our way back down to Houston, we're in the Houston area. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was a really awesome hunt. You know, I've gone 2 years without getting anything but eating tag soup, as they call it. So this was a huge win for me, and I'm really excited about it. And yeah, I hope we'll see you on the next hunt. I did just get a notification saying that I just arrived, or my trophy line mission platform just arrived at the house. So super excited about that. Review coming soon, which is probably going to drop before I get to the, into posting this. I don't know, we'll see. But either way, stay tuned for that, guys. Thanks for checking out the channel. If you're new here, please subscribe and like the video. It really helps me out. I'm just an independent creator doing this for fun, and this has been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of challenges trying to learn how to self-film all this as well. So appreciate you tuning in, guys, and you know what to do. Defy the odds, guys, all the time.